and a style with Harry Russell.
Yes, indeed. And that music drawing to a fade out means one thing and one thing only, and that is that this third map is about to begin. Those GG bet odds looking good for Fnatic fans around the world, and I think that's pretty justifiable. They're going to be coming into this third map hot with the momentum of an Inferno victory under their belts. Team Vitality stacking up over in the B apartments, looking like they want to try and commit to this site out of the gate.
Oh, look at the grenade, though. Flush is lining one up for the apps, and RPK shown presence above B. Does that bait Fnatic in? Does that force a rotation? They know that there are players in B, but with fake footsteps thrown down below and utility into the site, it's forced Flush's grenade. It's not done anything, though, as Fnatic are getting faked right now. Vitality have baited everyone out of the A site. ZywOo, great shot onto Flusher on the catwalk. A is theirs for the taking. I love that pistol for Vitality. They have sunk Fnatic hook line. And, well, Sphincter, they are stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time. Vitality have the A site.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
It's ugly. It's ugly. And Brolin trying to close the distance. That's a lot of courage for one man. I think you actually said the word Sphincter, but it looks like it's Team Vitality that's wrecked them here. And, well, it will be a team ace for the French squad. All 5 players pulling their weight and contributing.
No accidents here, Harry.
As they go 1-0 up to kickstart Mirage.
Yeah, great start. I love that play, right? Fnatic completely fall for it. They hear the B play, Vitality show a man in under pass, and that kill gets delivered to them. If RPK doesn't get the kill under, that round doesn't go to their, anywhere nearly as easily for Vitality, but it basically carves a free open path into Con. That's exactly what Vitality wanted. And Fnatic forcing double scout. MP9 on Brolin. Vitality setting up again in under. They're looking to split mid. They've got players holding onto the sites, making sure no one gets aggressive here for Fnatic. Flash out above Con. Pops out these lower players that can boost window if they want with the window currently smoked. Oh, hello. Ooh. JW, he wants a bit of a bite of the action. The grenade will find light damage, nothing significant. And Apex is smoked off the connector as well. So a lot of map control here for the likes of Vitality. Mid is fully theirs. There's a grenade coming off of Catwalk, unsurprisingly doing good damage. But now Fnatic have actually surrounded the A site, and that's when Vitality are crunching. Oh.
Yeah, Krim's going to try and help himself to the crumbs down in connector. And they are closing the gap, but they're not ready for Flusher. Still inside of the site. Deary, deary me, Team Vitality. This... Ooh, no, that's not what they wanted at all. That was meant to be an anti-eco round, and yet somehow Fnatic have kept it flawless.
They didn't fall for it, right? They had the full rotate. They had 2 players in CT. They had jungle. They were very ready and raring to go. Plus the grenades. Golden throws a banger from short. Another player gets one in Con from A, and Vitality, they're going into that site, with low players and into pistols and into SMGs, into scouts. These guns are all one-shots available, and Fnatic are full of them. It's broken Vitality's money, who will continue the force buy wars, but maybe they won't last as long as typical because JW and Brolin have already stripped 2 from this round. RPK and Shox bury deep under. Mizuta will leave under and go back towards the top of middle, but good luck finding anything in this one. Flusher is even pushing the perimeter.
Oh, as the Macdaddy roaring to life, but it's actually the Deegs to do the damage over in middle. ZywOo, in amongst all this madness, has snuck out at the ramp, and the Deagles are delivering in spades all across the board. But this bomb, uh-oh, Apex, oh no, oh dear, oh dear.
That creates a problem, doesn't it, Harry?
Yeah, this isn't ideal. Team Vitality, this was a 3-on-2. They had the A bomb site. They actually owned it. And Apex, walking through the B apartments, has gifted this bomb to Fnatic. Whoops-a-daisy.
Yeah, big oopsie. And Mizuta on 16 HP with a D-goal. He's going to pick himself up a MAC-10 and a grenade. But no one's low, so there's no chance for a slam dunk type of situation. ZywOo is going to be peeking from the underpass right now, and if they hit a good timing here, Golden's not going to be ready for it. And if he checks it, He's going to check it. He's going to find that fight. Bouncing Molotov off of ZywOo. He realizes there could be another player here. He's just Molotoved off the bomb. Takes the shots. Crims, who's trying to vacate the premises. No time to go back to A, though. He's got to go ahead and force this one out. He's got to get out in here to the site and potentially get a plant, if not kill Crims. And the time has ticked down to the inevitable point where he's not turning it around. That is a bit of a heartbreaker
Don't die
right there.
after time. Oh.
He's good.
Yeah, got a little close, got a little uncomfortable. That round, a bit of a sad one for Vitality to lose in the fashion they did. I really don't, like, you know, I don't want to just rag on Apex, but I really don't know what he was doing in the apartments here.
Sometimes the brain is bigger than it has to be. And that's not due to like swelling or anything. We're talking about, you know, those galaxy brains. They really do start to swallow up all the stars around them.
Yeah, I think like sometimes you can just outbrain yourself, and that might have been what Vitality did there. Perhaps like just overcomplicated matters more than they needed to be. Because it almost looked like what was going to happen was either Apex was doing all of that to fake some utility at B and keep the players there, or maybe he was just going B alone to get the bomb down. Alternatively, might have just tried to go through lower tunnels. But if he was doing that, I question why he didn't just go with his teammate who was in the apps with him. Doesn't matter. We're back into this round, and it's still early days for Team Vitality. They can very much right their wrongs, and they want to try and put that round in the past as fast as they can.
Well, the past is in the past, and Vitality are in the underpass as they set up towards A in this round to hero AK. That's what we're relying on. The boost is up, and the kill is in. ZywOo, he can throw a gun out. If he presses G, drops his AK, grabs JW's weapon. There it is. Obviously, a bit of patience there. Make sure he doesn't get re-peaked. Timing can be a problem in this game, and so can aim punch as RPK figures out the hard way. Crims, quick kills off the USP, doesn't want the scout. Apex might have a scalp on short, but Flash with a fast flick keeps himself alive in this round. 2 guns left up, make that just 1. It's ZywOo again in a clutch. He's got 2 to his name. He knows where everyone is right now. He's got the full information, the full breadth of knowledge, but he's only got 15 seconds. And again, time could be the undoer of Vitality. ZywOo's going to fall as he rushes to die, and Fnatic find a 3-1 lead in this CT side.
Devastating for ZywOo that he wasn't able to finish off Crims on the wallbang.
Yeah.
Because if he does get even that 1 kill, not only does it just make the 1v2 more doable, obviously, but it would have given him $300 extra, which you're going to see would have made quite the difference in this round for old mate ZywOo. He's dropped the Galil over to Apex. You know, it would have just been 1 extra AK. And to me, that matters. Maybe it doesn't matter that much in the server, right? You've still got 4 AKs in this round. This is hardly the star-studded first buy that Team Vitality wanted to have. You're missing the AWP, you don't have full utility on everyone. You are a little bit limited in terms of what you can do in this round. And as a result, they're going to play it very, very slow to kickstart this T-half.
And Golden's going to pop himself a flash through in the kitchen and drop a smoke, ultimately backing up Vitality just a little bit more. They didn't have enough control there to hold on to, and now that smoke's going to stop them for the time being. All guns all the way around in this one.
One of the things that's really sick about what Golden's done here is he's really forced Vitality to have to dedicate to clearing this space, right? By dropping that close smoke, they know that someone had gone aggressive, and so they devote all this extra time to clearing it out. And now that they have, they can start to look elsewhere. But as they look elsewhere, JW taking up this position in the lower tunnels, admittedly only good for 1. RPK gets an important trade to leave this in even odds.
Molotov coming through from connector. Flusha is going to drop a nade. They are looking for RPK, but he's nowhere in sight. It's ZywOo that's up close, hiding in the smoke. Who will come out on top in this battle? Imagine that. It was ZywOo. Crims, well, there was a chance. But now Window's been compromised. ZywOo, he's worked himself up into there. Brolin with the AUG is going to be shooting from triple, only good for 1 and taking down Apex. But Flush is quick on the case. They're not going to expect him. That's going to prove to be a big problem. Couldn't net himself that second kill. Just 9 seconds on the clock. Golden has been spotted as well. There goes the bomb. And he's just barreling through this. He wants to get up close and personal.
Oh, Yeah, not going to get much further. RPK had gone wide, even if ZywOo didn't get that kill. And I like that detail. You know, ZywOo hides in the connector smoke. He knows when it fades, he's going to be favored to win that one and takes down Crim's. Flusher, he comes through CT. He gets a kill onto the default player, but he's just peeking through that smoke. And as a result, can't see the other dude over at Tetris. And it almost creates a one-way against him. Vitality get their second. Most importantly, they've broken the money of Fnatic. And there's going to be no buy here.
And you know, I swear, before we started working together, you guys looked very familiar. It's like, you know, maybe we took a class or something together at some point.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we're the same age.
Yeah, basically.
15.
I could have sworn we had that chemistry, you know?
Maybe we had science class, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of cooking it up, it's Vitality that have found this ace site. And just to try to stop that is Flusher with a grenade and a deagle onto Golden. You can only imagine how this pans out. As they're both going to peek from CT spawn. Mizuta looking a little lost in the sauce there inside of the site, but that's all right. ZywOo on the case, up close. Gets his flash, gets the kill almost there onto Golden to close the round out. But yeah, it's all formalities at this point.
It's fine, Trace. You can ask for an autograph if you want. We understand.
From
us, you know.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
Who are you guys again? Oh, that's right. You won the caster challenge. That's what it was. That's how I know you guys. Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Here we go.
Yeah, no, this is actually our Make-A-Wish. We wanted to work with the best host in the world, but unfortunately Alex is, you know, working with Chad and Henry. So, you know, you're here, which is nice. Great to have you.
I personally was looking forward to working with some of the best casters in the world, and that would have been, you know, obviously Scrawny and Launders are nowhere to be seen.
I mean, you can't just turn the joke round on us. It doesn't really work like that.
But I kind of did, sort of like this hit from A turning around in favor. And ZywOo, well, he's only good for one on a Brolin. Mizuta with a trade, and now that's going to leave a little bit of a vulnerability towards this A site. Apex in middle, looking to catch a rotation off guard. Mizuta just barely crossing, and he's going to do it on half health.
Ooh. See, now the danger of this play is, of course, if Fnatic go for the retake, Apex is far away. But in the likely event that they don't, Apex can kill these saving players, specifically Flusher. So this apartment's crawl is worth its weight in gold. I mean, there's a man in the market as well. Shox, oh, sorry. Yeah, Shox, yeah, he's actually out on B. Golden's about to walk with his back turned into him. Fnatic don't realize how close Vitality are.
This is a mess. Look at the mini-map. There we go. There's one. And Golden now arriving at the B site. But he's not ready for Apex over in the apartments. Now he is. Now he is. Now he's more than ready. Not able to get away from RPK. And Team Vitality, they get that fourth round in. They hunt those players down. They deny those two weapons getting saved. And, you know, if you held on to the FAMAS and the M4, you can have 4 rifles into this round, and suddenly Fnatic are probably going for a buy. But without that, they're not. They're just going to go pistols. And so this should be Vitality continuing to build up a lead here.
Well, the full eco for Fnatic should be a quick one for Vitality. They've got middle control. Obviously, this is not a position Fnatic can really fight back with the exception of Deagles, and even then, you are offering up 3 headshots for Vitality. Looking like this will end in an A split with Shox in the ramp side and Mizuta in the Palace. Even a third rotate back towards A. If you count Crims in the window who can come con side very quickly, that's a 4-man A setup for Fnatic, and Vitality are yet to find out. Of course, still pistols at the end of the day, but there's a bit of info the way of Fnatic, and they're not going to be budging. Crims spots a player at ramp, and Shox is going to go for it. Oh, the rotate has just come through. They're all leaving this site. Something has happened that's caused this. I don't think any information that Fnatic have gotten. They're just gambling. They're just guessing, and they've guessed wrong. I think they've just realized, wait, they're A.
And so now these pistols won't find anything. You know, there might have been a chance with a full-on stack at the A site. They are able to work some of this signature Fnatic magic, but I don't really think it was them that coined that, actually. But yeah, this should just be a 5th round on the board for Vitality, and they'll keep it very, very clean at that. And that there is what's most important for this Vitality squad. We've seen the money be their undoing, and we also see it be the thing that gets them over the line, and they're very much looking for the latter. 5-3 up with an investment pending for Fnatic. And I like that Team Vitality have come into this, you know, with the same kind of fire, the same kind of confidence from the last 2 maps. I was a little bit worried that with Inferno going against them, we might have had a sleepy Vitality moving in to this 3rd map, where they had to kind of warm up into it, but they just bring the heat right away. And that's important if you want to keep Fnatic's momentum on the back foot.
Easy to run out of gas when you play a double overtime on Inferno after a first map that was, let's be real, extended far longer than maybe it needed to be, with that initially being 12-3 to Vitality. It went all the way to 16-13. They did close it, but Fnatic, well, they showed us their resilience in the first map, and it's shown through all series long. More often than not, Fnatic fighting back from disadvantages, which is a rare position to be in, for these guys at least. No kit in this round, no AWP either, but ZywOo certainly got his. Actually, Golden can buy a kit. He is late to invest on his utility, probably figuring out how to best to split it. If he ditches a Molotov, he can get everything else, plus kit, but nope. He wants that molly, and you know, I feel like I would have preferred to see Golden go for the smoke nade double flash kit, because that's, at this point, a better investment. You've got 4 incendiaries and no kit here in this round, so combination that maybe will leave Fnatic lacking, but we'll see if that's a problem later on. Ooh, bit of a team dink. Shox does find first blood, out ramp. Crims will find a quick trade, and it's going to be into the catwalk position where the bomb will go straight towards B. These flashes up on the A site have sold a good bit of a fake, and Fnatic only have 1 man here. ZywOo's holding an angle. Golden might peek into it, and ZywOo's just moved off, but Mizuta won't. He'll be ready for the fight. RBK getting dealt a bad hand, caught out by JW, quick out the market, and now said market is covered by ZywOo, allowing for the plant.
Oh, what? Apex on this lurk.
Yeah, Crims is going to feel that one in the morning. And here's Flusha. Takes down Apex. That gives him a 2-on-1. However, it's not going to happen. That B-bomb site has folded. Olympus has also fallen. And ultimately, it's Vitality with a 6th round on the board. Slight hiccup here in the play itself, but there's no stoppage time to be accounted for. 6-3, and it's Vitality. They're pushing Fnatic around here on this 3rd and final map. You've missed a banger of a series thus far. Inferno, the one in recent memory that's really going to stick out. Dust 2 was before that, and that was on the back of what was a tremendous recovery from the Fnatic side. This is not a Keck W situation kind of guys.
No, serious faces only.
Yep, straight up, monk ass only.
Molly in the window to deny a smoke. Will make it bloom, leaving a gap for JW to still fire off. Deagle Hypnotic, that's a throwback. Certainly one of the first skins in this game.
My first ever skin I unboxed, actually.
Yeah. Well, my first Deagle skin at least.
Oh, nice little shot there from Golden. But the map 10 is roaring to life now. Shox has more than solidified a 7th round on the board here for the Vitality side, and it feels like they've just had the read every single time. Whatever's been decided by Apex has often given them the least stacked side, the least amount of resistance, and that is set to continue in this round. They make the decision to go towards B in the round that Fnatic had only 1 guy B. Flusha would love to hold on to this AK. It's been a little pet project of his for the last few rounds. Doesn't want to risk giving it over, but he will. A 7th on the board for Vitality. I kind of like it as well. It feels like maybe Apex has just said, like, okay, I'm not having the most incredible of games in terms of, like, opening rounds up, but I'll just go on these lurks, and I'll just find damage from that. And he's been doing a good job of it, right? Stripping rifles away from Fnatic whenever they try and save.
Yeah, Apex not having a good day on the field, it seems, in the series so far. Coming into this map, he was 33 and 52, negative 19 is sort of a KD, but you also have to keep in mind that he is calling the shots over here. So that is the sort of a caveat, if you will.
Well, an A set piece for Vitality is something we haven't seen yet. They've loved this A site, but maybe not with the smokes. This time they do come down. JW, first blood in middle. He's dropped a player at the top. Flush is still here. JW can drop spawn and go and assist on this A site. Fnatic, probably a little confused as to why Vitality haven't committed behind these smokes, but it's still going to be an A play by the looks of things without the utility. This means the AWP is going to be a lot more versatile, so JW's reposition is certainly a benefit here for Fnatic. Vitality about to contact into this site. They don't even have a mid-split. They were setting up a lot of util to, I assume, get the player in middle to join them, but instead he's come all the way back through the spawn. Vitality is just going to contact play this with likely a smoke or a flashbang out the ramp and into a double setup.
Can they get past JW? Well, ZywOo, it's actually Shox certainly seems to think so. It is ZywOo to get the kill at the very end. Him and Shox combined to deal with the man hidden behind the CT box. Brolin is bested immediately. ZywOo is on a tear. AK, AWP, doesn't matter, you name it, and he is fragging with it in the server. Crims back at CT boxes, does have Golden alongside him to try and find something, and it will be that parting gift onto ZywOo, denying the bomb plant, stripping Team Vitality of it, and Flusher comes in swinging with a double. A fourth round on the board for Fnatic. As they mop up that A-side take, you thought ZywOo had done enough with the double entry, but apparently not. Feels a little unjust that ZywOo's the guy to have to get the bomb down as well.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Just get the bomb down. Do something around here, will you?
And that's Vitality, you know, running out of util and just not being able to smoke anything off because they used all their util early in the round for that execute they didn't commit with. So this time, they are going to commit, but this time, no util. Almost too good to be true. Crims, the molly goes past him, and two players are very low. That's a jungle smoke down, but Crims can fight in front of it, and they're going to need to cross past Connector. Apex is coming through this position. Needs that trade, immediately gets it. Bomb allowed to plant towards the Connector. RPK just trying to tuck in the little gap there that allows you to stick the bomb. And now it's a retake for Fnatic. This time the double CT setup, the double AWP, well, it's not favored.
Yeah, Golden was looking for any other weapon, and he has been able to retrieve an M4. RPK spots the shadow and now knows that both players are here, but that's only information for Vitality and a kill found for Fnatic. Apex looking to take these fights, swings out wide, leaves it all onto Masuta alone at ramp. And Golden's able to sweep this one under the rug. A fifth round on the board for Fnatic.
That's Vitality thinking they've already won the round and just trying to close it out, right? Like, look at the way they play that. Apex, he goes Tetris, he dives off, starts to hunt them down. Fair enough, JW lands an incredibly fast shot that, you know, I thought Apex had the kill by his POV, but at the end of the day, every round is losable. It's a Chad Burchill special, and Vitality show us why. Sometimes the right call is tucking in, playing that bomb, and Fnatic didn't have the weapons for retake. They're double AWP, so they require Vitality to chase them down if they want to win it, and they do. So, yeah, I think, yeah, Vitality definitely overplayed their hand there, and they're going to be coming to regret that one. This could have been a stomp on the T side, or now it's going to get a little bit closer, especially if Vitality don't win this force. They will be broke.
That they will. It's going to be the B site as the destination in the GPS. Flusha on catwalk. Golden trying to toe the line in the site with an AWP, and he can't do it. RPK is going to find one for himself. Just JW and Brolin. A round that went real wrong for him on that B site, and I say that. Went pretty wrong for the Wonder Child as well. He catches a P250 bullet to the dome, and that leaves little baby Brolin to back on up to the connector.
Yeah, he wants nothing to do with B. This round is done and he knows it. An eighth on the board for Vitality. Very, very back and forth in nature in these last couple of rounds. Obviously, we did have Vitality chaining 6 together on this T side, but the response has been in from Fnatic, donning the last 2 in their favor, rather. And Brolin will at least get away with the M4 to try and sweeten the deal for Fnatic heading into this next round. Now, I imagine it's not going to be an investment around it. I'm imagining you want to try and poise yourself to have everything you could need in the last round of play.
You would think so, and it starts to look that way as Crims buys himself a 5-7, P250 on JW, a Deagle on Golden, and to finish out this... Well, never mind. I thought we were maybe get some dualies, you know, some variety in there. But nope, it's going to be a Deagle. It's going to be on Flusha and an M4 on Brolin. So, plan as it stands to hold tightly onto the safe side.
Little nade stack as well. They get 3 of them and didn't actually do half as much damage as I thought. It's because they've only thrown 1 right now. Still 2 that could come in late on Flusha and Brolin. They are both here at the A side of the map, so there's definitely a potential that Shox catches a few more nades before all is said and done, but these would have to exit these players' hands pretty swiftly if they want to find much impact. Brolin over here with the 1 rifle that Fnatic have in this round, and he does put it to good use, dropping Apex in middle.
Yeah, it's going to have Vitality a little worried about each and every corner now. And, well, the B's bomb site was just completely open there for the longest time. Switch up. They're going to be passing that AWP over to Shox. He's on 39 HP. Zywoo's going to get the AK. And Nip are almost going to take this map. One-on-one, it looks like, on the C stream. And there you go. Nip, they have closed it out. Complexity couldn't do it. They traded maps. And, well, at the end of the day, it's the ninjas in pajamas, the other Swedish guys.
Ooh.
Speaking of Swedish dudes, here's Golden. And he's got a Deagle and something to say.
Ooh, Molotov is going to make things very uncomfortable for Golden. He is still able to put up a second kill, somehow, some way. Flusha back here in CT spawn has been waiting all round to have his shot at some action. Brolin swinging out with the M4 has dropped the bomb. 20 seconds now for RPK and just 10 points of health. Brolin rerouting into the connector completely blindsides him. And with 1 M4, upgraded pistols, and only armor on 2 other players, Fnatic are able to find a 6th round. That is one that Vitality should not have let slip through the net. As now, heading into round 15, it's them with very little to work with. And so suddenly, this first half can be a hell of a lot closer than maybe it ever should have been.
Yeah, it's those 2 crucial rounds, right? It's that one, and it's also the double AWP retake that Fnatic went in the CT spawn. Vitality lost that, but if they won it, they would have crushed Fnatic in this half. They likely would have had a double-digit end. And, well, that's not going to be the case right now. Like you say, Fnatic, 7 rounds on the brain, 6 rounds in the game.
Nice.
Very B-centric start for Vitality. They have players in lower, and that's because that's been a consistent factor in all of these rounds. They don't want to stray away from the default, or Fnatic might make a read.
Flusha just flashed ramp for Brolin, and that's going to lead to him pushing up. Now, he didn't see anyone from this peak. And so this is going to cause Flusha to begin an early rotation over towards the B side of the map. Now, with Crims falling in connector, that will force Flusha to take up this window position. Regardless, he's still available towards this B site a hell of a lot faster than he would have been was he in CT. You even see Brolin peeling back, taking up this CT position. He can help out with mid, and he's available for a slightly faster rotation if needed. And now Vitality, this is where it might have looked like a B play in the beginning, but thanks to getting that kill on Crims and not having to just hard commit to B, due to having a lot of time left on the clock, they are able to change their mind and reroute back towards the A bomb site. Fnatic, they've stacked the majority of players over here towards the B site. It is only Brolin over here at A, and he gets dealt with on the initial peak.
Yeah, and they get past the Molotov as well, most importantly. JW's onto his 2nd of the round, but there's a player right below him, and he hasn't seen him. RPK firing down from the depths. Flusha mollies a sight, but it's after the plant. It may be default, so Vitality can't run. They can't stray away too far from the site if they want to play that bomb. And you know Fnatic are going for this. It's last of the half. Golden's got one from short side. Zywoo has swapped sides of the site. And he looks to find Golden coming in through connector. Doesn't want to look up, because if you look up, your barrel's going to be spotted by the player in CT. And now they know he's here. The grenade lands. Golden maybe he doesn't have the confirmation that initially seemed to be the case, and the time is ticked out of the hands of Fnatic. If they're not on the bomb in 3 seconds, this round is done, and Daewoo will make it so. He'll put in the kill, even if Golden gets his frag. He's too far away. Nice shot from Golden, but it's a round for Vitality. 9 at the end of the half. They hold the lead, but as we've learned from this series, that means nothing. Fnatic looking to pull things back. Maybe another triple overtime, who knows? Join us after the break for the second half.
Yo, we are definitely too turned up almost in this place. And, well, livelihoods on the line here for both Fnatic and Vitality in this third and final map. You missed the burner that was Inferno, and I'm not just talking about because of the Fuego namesake. I'm talking about how this series has delivered up to this point. I've got Harry, Russell, and Hugo B with me right now, and we're ready to jump in to the second pistol, where Fnatic switch over to the T side. Guys, in this series alone, we have seen some individual performances, both good and bad.
Mainly good.
Yes, we've seen either or, both sides of the coin. And I don't like what I see. One side is heads and the other...
also heads.
Yes, it's terrifying indeed. And it feels like we've picked tails here as we head on in to this last half of play. Shock set up at the car. Takes a little peekaboo into the apartments. Golden does get out and is now dropped into the bomb site. It's a cage match and Shox comes in swinging. And Brolin is there. It's a tag team battle and Shox was not made aware of that premise as now the B site has fallen and he's left in a 4-on-4 on the Vitality side for this retake.
I like the idea there that Fnatic do, which is throw a solo player in B. Vitality don't rotate a single man because the call is made by Shox. Guys, it's one dude. Don't rotate. It's just one dude. And then suddenly, as soon as Shox is dead, 4 more guys come out of the apartments. The retake is on though, and it's going fast as well. Masuta is already inside of the site. Him and RPK dropping one. Crim's playing the bomb in a 1-on-2, and they have no kit to take it, but the kill will do. And RPK lands that. Defuse in for Masuta. 10th round for Vitality. And maybe their pistol, but, you know, the idea is there for Fnatic. The reason that stalls rotates is Shock specifically tells Vitality not to rotate. And all of them are sat on A while this is going on. And it relied on that trade from Brolin in the apartments. Not enough, though, to the Frenchman find the first.
And you see the idea there, right? Golden jumps out of the apartments. He ends up in this duel or this sort of battle inside the site. But before that secondary battle goes on, he takes a look towards Catwalk. He wants to check and make sure that the rest of the team can come out without just getting crunched all together in a fatal funnel.
Yeah.
And well, speaking of fatal, it's Apex. The 7.62 round gracing the dome piece.
There's definitely a world there where Golden jumps out. He sees a triple B setup and he goes, guys, don't go. Don't commit. Just go under to A because they're all B. So like there's a lot of variety available in that pistol for Fnatic.
Before fully committing into B, yeah. Either way, it doesn't really matter now, does it? They're going to be looking at that VOD footage. And for Vitality, they've taken complete control of these B apartments. They have really captured the deed here in this 30-round game of Monopoly.
Oh, RPK. Well, he will get shut down there. He goes straight to jail. Does not pass go. Does not collect $200. Shocks, though. He might have just landed on free parking on the back of seeing JW going in through the apartments. This could be some misinformation for Vitality. It's only one man that made that run. The rest stacked up in mid. And JW's called, yeah, guys, the B site's clear. There's nobody here. This is a bit of an oddity, but we can get that bomb in. We're all chill. I've locked down the site. Everything's safe. I'm JW. Why would I be lying? However, Shox over here in the apartments maybe could throw a bit of a spanner in the works. A nice little 2-tap to J-Dubs, but a quick return from Golden keeps this one in the advantage of Fnatic. And this 7th round is an inevitability now as Masuta and Zywoo try and save.
You are absolutely correct. Saving those FAMASs, they're going to hold on to a Molotov potentially. Zywoo out late ramp. He's going to find an easy kill in the Flusha, and I say that. Flusha actually got a shot off. Brings him down to 57 HP. Doesn't really matter in the long run because this round is done and dusted. Fnatic still in this fight. They're going to go up to 7. Kablooey.
Fnatic bouncing back with the force buy. Does leave a couple of guns here and there for Vitality, but it's a rough spot, really. You may as well just buy around this if you're Apex, as he has nothing left. Does get dropped a scout. And actually ecoing around that. No, not even Kev, so Vitality looking to buy sooner rather than later, but they won't be able to afford in the next unless they win this. And even that is going to be difficult. Look at how well-armed Fnatic are.
Yeah, they've taken mid. I think they've realized a little bit of the financial situation. And they've got full-on mid control at this point. Now they can elect to either go through connector, they can go up catwalk. I mean, they do have this player in Flusha back there towards the back of A. Looks like they want to pull a fight towards connector.
Wow.
Timing, of course.
All right. Yeah, clash of the Titans. Brolin comes out on top. JW's up in the window and is behind Team Vitality. Masuta, you don't envy this position. He's got so many places to worry about. The fact he gets 2, kind of mind-blowing, honestly. Like, he's getting wrapped from everywhere. Now, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because that bomb plant comes in and it's only Apex left. They know where he is. They know what he's got. They've got all the information they need. And they will just let him escape with this scout. It's not really much to brag about if you're Apex, and 8th on the board for Fnatic at the end of this one. And this comeback looking to be well and truly underway again from the Swedes.
Another matchup coming your way after this as well. We have a little bit of a slow down in the action, so I might as well remind you that Gen G is going to be taking on the Evil Geniuses after this for the North American side of things, which is interesting all in its own way. If you begin to look at just how that, that group or the North American component of the Road to Rio has gone down. So we've got our eyes on that as well. And so far leading is Gen G. They're 3-1. Furia 4-0. Respected Group A and Group B. That's again for the North American side, and where we will be going after this with Machine, with the Sponge, and a lad named Henry Greer.
Yeah, we've got Henry in the studio right now. No, I'm just kidding. It's Hugo.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys. we have Henry G at home. Henry G at home.
Now,
that actually was I think that was a meme we got back.
Yeah, I don't think that's
meme
original
review.
at all. No.
Ah, the meme review.
Good times.
once upon a time, guys.
Yeah.
Not gonna say it was hashtag EPL meme review, but it was. Anyway, moving swiftly forward we go.
Yeah, CT Smoke was blocked in this round by Zywoo. He was pretty keen to do that. Whether or not that's going to mean these pistols find anything, the answer we find out, it's a resounding no. As all the kills come through for Fnatic, they get themselves a 9th. They find that one nice and cleanly. Now a buy back on the cards for Vitality, and they're in a bit of a rough spot. These last 3 in a row going in favor of Fnatic on the back of Team Vitality, winning the pistol, losing that anti-eco, and from there, Fnatic have had no trouble finding these conversions. Now this first rifle round feels like it has to put up a response to Fnatic, because you can start to feel the momentum swinging back in favor of the Swedes. Everyone's feeling confident. They're right at home here on Mirage. And if you don't put up around here and now, it goes 10-10 and you're back onto a partial buy for Team Vitality. So really quite a lot riding on this first rifle round if they want to keep things sweet. And there is an opening kill found by Shox with his AWP over in CT.
Yeah, he's so good with this gun. We've seen him take it over Zywoo even in the T side of this map. Sometimes Bogdan's law has been applying, sometimes it hasn't. We saw an A execute with Shox AWPing over Zywoo. Zywoo found a double entry. He still lost that round. There's the Freiburg jungle smoke thrown by Brolin. Gonna just land from lower mid. Apex sees it come down, so he knows they're in connector, or at least near about, and we'll throw a little Granada into that position. Stalling out the play from Fnatic as they want to take this A site, but there's more than a heavy defense here. 4 players from Vitality leaning on the A side of the map. Big swing, Apex is going to trade, and he does get some damage off as well. Brolin stuck in the corner, has nowhere to go. Mizuta up on the balcony as well, will be spotted and dealt with quickly by Flusher coming out with the M4. He can stick the bomb on the site as well as he emerges from the palace. Apex trying to deny that is late, and that smoke really creates a wall that he cannot see through, cannot do anything from. Zywoo and connector as well. Giving this a go is Apex. Oh, he's been spotted on the edge. I thought he saw Flusher as well, but it doesn't go both ways, and Zywoo will go backwards as he decides to run away with the AWP. Fnatic, 10 rounds. This comeback on the T side has really come alive. 4 in a row now for the Swedes.
Boom. 10-10. Brolin spotted, not able to take this AWP away. But this is all Vitality have to get excited about in this round. You know, you can see like Zywoo maybe drop a pistol over, someone else gets to have armor, but that will be like the extent of the jiggling this money around for Team Vitality heading into round 21. Not a good spot to be in, because once again, Team Vitality are experiencing in full effect this Fnatic comeback. 10-10, and it's another one where Vitality were the ones sporting this lead coming into the second half. Now it's turned rather sour. This round, you're relying heavily on Zywoo and his AWP being able to cause some mischief. And there might be a bit more pressure on him to find something early with it as a result. He does have a pretty good spawn for mid. So maybe we're going to see an instant window peek. Won't have head armor, and that leaves him a little bit vulnerable to these Mach 10s that are in play. Yeah, Zywoo gonna try his hand over here in middle. Does get up onto the catwalk. Lovely bit of movement to get him there. Nice and speedy, and that will blindside JW. So an instrumental bit of movement to net Zywoo the opening kill in this round. This is the response from Fnatic, the all-in B play. As everyone tries to commit into this site, no one's cleared RPK just yet. He's been biding his time and now opens fire. Do you try and trickle in, but RPK's done so much here, leaving it all onto Flusher in a 1v3. Apex able to swing out with the CZ. And somehow, with just upgraded pistols and this AWP on Zywoo, Team Vitality have put an 11th up on the board. The decision to rush B from Fnatic, one that maybe they're regretting now in hindsight. It was stacked there for Vitality.
Well, time to raise a glass in solidarity for Vitality as they finally find their first round since the pistol. It's been some time, but alive and well. Vitality aren't missing. Take him off the milk cartons. Double orb still here. Oh, I love this as well. Apex going to jump and knife. Zywoo gets boosted up on Cat. He's going to be very fast in this position. T's in mid. Will not expect this orb to be here. Oh, Zywoo, he just misses the timing. And there's a player lower as well who could kill him from the bench or connector. Either of those options. Zywoo flash faded and his shot will not connect. Brolin has beaten all the timings in the world and he's up into the jungle already. There's a player coming from Palace, but Shox is pushed up deep and he's got the drop on Flusher. Not ready for that fight. Shox is going to smoke himself off and just buy time, stall it out on the A side of things. This means Fnatic have to be very careful if they try and plant A, so they might just avoid that site entirely. It would be the right call. 2 in CT, 1 on B, and Fnatic heading Cat.
Yeah, looking for a Cat to be with Brolin having an emphasis on cutting off these rotations. He mollies the market and traps Zywoo at the B site with RPK, but a stellar hold here from the tank at bench. Finally bested by Crim. Zywoo is here, and Brolin knew about that, so I'm a little bit weirded out at the fact that Crims didn't seem aware that there could have been a second player at the bomb site just running straight for the bomb. Plenty of time left for Fnatic.
Maybe he thought he was still in the market. Zywoo did sneak out on a timing to get behind site, but yeah, maybe a lack of communication there for Fnatic. It's left Brolin alone. He's found a spot, but 18 seconds, the AWP fires off. He can't even win the fight. Mizuta from a range and Vitality back on the CT side. 12 rounds. And Brolin, I can't believe he finds so much room there for Fnatic, and they still lose the round. Walking into RPK, doubles down from the back of the bench as well. That should have never have happened, but you can see how many bullets hit the bench position. He gets tagged through it and stands tall for quite some time.
Top mid presence again here from Fnatic. It's going to be Zywoo with a pick from connector. No shots, no one's there. They've thrown the nades and they've gotten out. And they've started to reverse back over here towards this A site, where it's going to be Flusha waiting on the ramp, just holding it, making sure they don't get caught off guard when they do start to make their approach. Everything just slows down. The calm before the storm almost. That eerie silence before a firefight. And let me tell you all about it.
There's any man's word I trust, Trace. Fnatic.
Zywoo's.
Well, yeah, that too. They're coming. And he's ready to fire. He's ready to fight. He's already spotted players going up. Bells missed this shot. Very close. Player in the site gets one. Zywoo will trade, keeping things alive for Vitality, but that Molotov, it's so close. Player in the connector cuts off, or tries to cut off. RPK dropping off mid, who somehow gets away with that frag. Zywoo can't stop the plant. Apex neither. Crims has found that kill in middle, and Apex has followed up. 3 on 2. Retake is still happening here for Vitality, but Fnatic, are they considering it? No way. Yeah, Flusher runs right back. He was going for the long wrap, but he's lost his teammate, and now he's got to get the kills.
Real long way away. I don't think that's going to be happening. Flusher trying to spam down a defuse. He is definitely rang out to where he is now. Let's put up a beacon. Zywoo and Shox. This smoke has bought them the time necessary, and they're going to get that defuse. And maybe even the kill. Nope, Shox is not going to be doing that. Zywoo, though, somehow playing ticket, staying alive the entire round. Wild scenes over here.
Worth it, right?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Oh, have Fnatic finally run out of gas right as they pull things back? That's 3 in a row for Vitality.
Now, you know, Hugo, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
No.
We've seen some craziness here with Fnatic, especially on the first map. That one would be one that Vitality goes back, and even though they won it, they think, well, how in the hell did it go 16-13 after such a one-sided half? We were wondering the same thing, actually. But then, there you have it. The tackle timeout for Fnatic in this map. They won't be going over to demos in this downtime. They need a response for ZywOo, as is the case most of the time.
That's one of the things I think I love about Counter-Strike just so much, right? And that is that, in a way, one player can make all the difference, right? Like, you look at a team like Vitality, you look at a team like Na'Vi, and if you are good enough, you know, you can't like just win back-to-back 1v5s, but you can be responsible for a strong performance from your team. And ZywOo is a man used to heavy lifting. In this round, once again, he opens it up with a kill onto Golden this time around. There was an attempt at a run boost.
There was an idea.
Work. Brolin now sneaking through connector. Does get this forward foothold. ZywOo get a peek on out, but there's the trade from the con man. Brolin, not a title he's looking to hold on to as the con man. But he is trying to pull the wall over the eyes of Vitality in this round. RPK and Apex, 2-on-3 and a retake at the A bomb site. A very lengthy flank from Apex. He's all the way over in top mid. Brolin's even wrapping around through CT spawn. Now this opens up like a timing at the A site where RPK finds himself locked in a bit of a 1v1 with the man up in Palace. And so this allows RPK to clear all this ground. And now he gets the information, all right, well, Brolin isn't in jungle anymore. They can't see him in window. So he has to have wrapped CT. And now they've kind of pieced that one together. They've got the info where at least one of these players could be. Brolin swinging out, does deal with the tank, and this leaves Apex in a 1v2. Taps the bomb, baits the peek from Brolin. Now just Flusher left to B, and Apex does it. 3 kills in the retake. It's going to be close, but he's got the defuse. 14 on the board for Vitality, and Apex, he's been quiet in this series. Well, boy, do Fnatic remember the name now as he pulls off that 1v2 somehow, some way, to get a 14th on the board.
Crazy stuff there. You think, okay, he's flipping over. He's going to pick up this AWP. He's already got the spam through the smoke right here. And just perfection. Flusha not able to get the shots necessary, not even able to engage him in a longer battle to get that bomb timer ticked down a little bit further. And that's, well, that's not going to go well there for the Swedes. 14-10.
Yeah, that's a round where Fnatic don't even play it wrong, man. That 2-on-1 was excellently attempted by Brolin and Flusher, but, you know, of course, the gun at the feet of Apex couldn't be more perfectly placed. And Brolin really committed to the spray on the bomb, thought Apex was on the defuse. Why wouldn't you? It was all he had left in the round, so it looked. But sometimes you just got to look down, Trace.
I'm a more like keep your head up kind of guy. That's what we're going to attempt to do here, at least for the side of Fnatic. They're going to attempt to do something similar. Bomb down over here, way back on towards TV room. I think Golden said, you know what, maybe I grab that. Maybe we commit here to A. But no, not the case just yet. JW, their player over there towards the halls. And as he backs away, Flusha proves that you cannot peek ZywOo out in the open like that.
Yeah, he even tries to like fight that angle as well. Like Flusher didn't go into that one willy-nilly. He went in with the intention of engagement. And obviously the AWP is just so much quicker. Single bullet. That's all ZywOo needs. He checks his backline. This is a gamble. Vitality have 3 in B right now, and ZywOo is alone on A. I don't blame them for doing this, considering how Fnatic have been all over A all game. Surely they've got to eventually go B up against 14. Well, that's not the case. ZywOo has got to get at least one more kill here if this is to be a retakeable round by Vitality. They're not going to get it before the bomb goes down, that's for sure. Plant is coming through. ZywOo with a big kill, jumping up. Golden, he's got the plant. He will get no further. ZywOo with 3 in the round, 27 in the map, and I mean, probably nearing 100 in the series.
You know what? That's a fantastic question, Hugo B. Byron. Let me take a look at those numbers. I'll get back to you. We'll report back.
We got our best man on the case.
Numbers not his strong suit, but he will attempt to piece it together.
It is the enthusiasm he throws himself into it with while we keep him around.
He's at 92 kills in the series, Trace.
That's crazy. You know, I was just about to say that on top.
Well,
going into this map, he was plus 27. Now, well, what do you know? Another 30 on top of that. That's what actually creates 90. Simple Alabama maths.
Just counting in that. Well, Vitality, this is match point. This is it. Everything to play for. Fnatic on the back foot. 5 rounds behind, but they have been full of comebacks all series long. Dust 2, they made it a long one. Inferno, they made it a double overtime, and this time they make it a B play, a fast one at that. An entry up for Golden. Vitality might just need to save. That's hilarious, isn't it? Vitality triple stack B last round. They leave one dude there this time. They get rushed. It's almost like it was scripted.
Was it? Hugo, you want to tell us anything?
I can't reveal that kind of information, Trace.
Okay. So one of those where if like you told us you'd have to kill us type things, or?
That's my plan anyway.
Oh, well then. No in-game.
In-game, obviously. Come on.
Right. And postscriptum, perhaps? What would it be? TK situation on our hands?
I mean, sometimes, you know, if you lie down too near a vehicle,
Harry will run by and ruin your entire gaming experience.
Charge your evening.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Save is successful, at least for Vitality. ZywOo finds Crims hunting the palace.
That's a nice palace that ZywOo has. I'm just going to say it. I don't know if he's living in there, but he's certainly really done a nice thing with that place.
Yeah, he even started painting the walls there in the blood of his enemies. So he's really giving it a whole new take on the Palace position. 15-11, and the fresh print in the server in ZywOo. Now,
that's a deep B smoke.
Yeah, that gets thrown in by the man in question, and that's going to help out this B hold. It might it might not even need help. I was going to say they might need it, but no. Apex delivering through that smoke gives Fnatic a bit of a taste of their own medicine. Flusher has been phenomenal with the smoke shots in this series, and that's got a ZywOo, that was 3 a teammate, man. Apex even tried to help Fnatic. He tried to take a bullet for the players in apartments, but he needed to take 3, and that's Vitality taking this series in a 2-1 fashion. They emerged dominantly so on Mirage. Fnatic gets sent packing, and Team Vitality, they look good. We'll be back after a quick break. We're going to break this one down and try and digest exactly what this means in just a moment.